been talking about employee privacy in the last couple of videos. In this video, we are going to talk about embedding privacy by design, restructuring the HR systems so that the privacy is taken care of by design, not by choice, not by force. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy. And as I said, let's talk about getting into systems privacy by design. So, what is privacy by design in general? Privacy by design in general is that you relook at all your processes, or if you are having new processes to make, processes which means collection, usage, storage, and processing, and finally deletion of data or sharing it with third parties if required. So any of these 5 activities that they qualify under being processed, right? So privacy by design means that if you are doing any of these 5, redesign your systems of handling your personal data in a way that the privacy element of it is taken care of by automatically. You don't need to recheck, revalidate. Your system automatically takes care of it. So proactive integration of protection of information in an HR system is privacy by design for HRs. Embed your privacy elements into your HR systems and redesign your systems, your processes. You can take many examples. For example, retention policy of the resumes of people who didn't join or got rejected in the interview, right? So what would generally organizations would do? They'll treat it as junk and keep it at a side. May be required again why they are already rejected or they didn't join. When you need them, maybe in a year. In a year, his work experience and his skill set should improve. So you should have a new resume. So why do you want to keep it for a year? So I have a policy which says after the rejection or after non-joining of an employee of a candidate, you will delete, scrap it. If it's in paper, you will put it on shredder, and whatever digital copies, you will delete it. Right? Now that becomes a part of your system. Maybe someone in the HR team reviews every month if there are any such resumes still around on the file server given provided to the HR system, and therefore you have embedded into your system. You are taking care of privacy yourself, right? You are not waiting for a breach to happen. And in this case was really bad because if the breach happens for a resume that is of no use to you, well, you are into problems for no reasons. So another example would be onboarding portals, right? They collect Aadhaar cards, PAN details. You do a lot of third-party SaaS tools also for HR. Are they encrypting data? Are they ensuring that only required people or authorized people get access to it? Like the employee role in this HR portal login should not get an access to the such documents of any other employee. Only 1 or 2 HR team members and HR head should have the access, right? Maybe if it is a large company, even HR head does not need to access Aadhaar cards or bank details. Manager for sure, the reporting manager for sure does not need them, right? So access should be enabled that way. What is the risk of ignoring privacy in HR? Well, actually, risk of ignoring privacy in any department is more or less the same. Like you end up collecting too much of data, you are waiting for breach for data that was of no use to you. You provide unauthorized access to personal data that would spoil your image within your system. Your analytical tool may discriminate based on wrong data. It could lead to accidental or malicious by intent data breach. So your role-based access is not properly configured, or your data is not properly encrypted or anonymized, you are not using a privacy enhancement technique, then you carry the risk. And that would damage the organization reputation internally. Your employees themselves would stop having confidence on the system, apart from having a compliance risk. And anyone who would go out and talk about it would always call it an unethical hiring and HR practice in your organization which does not take care of personal information of employees properly. What are the key principles to implement when it comes to HR related data? Purpose limitation. So collect only what is required for the purpose. Multiple examples. When a candidate sends a resume, take it. Do you need his bank details? No. When do you need the bank details? When he actually joins. So he does not need to share his bank details, his cancel check, or even physical documents like Aadhaar, etc. also. You don't need Aadhaar number for taking an interview also, right? So you can restructure yourself and say, candidate resume, fine. Joins or is hired, now I need his Aadhaar or anything. Data minimization, the same link. First, purpose limited, that I need the data for this purpose only. Then I don't need the physical Aadhaar card and I don't need the bank information, so data minimization. Access controls, when you are storing it, like we talked about the HRMS tools also, you are not providing the access to the wrong people in the wrong place. You need to have the audit trails of what data you have and where are you storing it. This is very important from compliance point of view, from audit's point of view, from regulations point of view. Employee awareness is very important. So the moment someone joins, privacy related trainings are to be given, irrespective of the department they join, and when it comes to with respect to HR, then you should give them HR related, HR practice related privacy trainings also. Then we go on to best practices for implementing privacy. You need to make sure that you conduct regular privacy impact assessments. New and existing HR tools always need to be available. You need to test that. Create multiple users. Ask one user to get up and try and access the data of some other user. Ask manager to check, the reporting manager to check, right? You have to check, you'll have to actually make a checklist, right? And if you want to get into those details, checklists and restructuring of your processes, I am available for consultancy, and if you think my contact details are in any case available there in the video description. Include HR and privacy clauses when you are dealing with these vendors as well as when you are dealing with new employees. Of course, you have to do that for the existing employees as well. Use privacy enhancement tools. We spoke about anonymizing data, encrypting data, so you need to use them. Include consent forms when you are onboarding people. Why consent required? There could be several things that you would do with your employee that would need consent. For example, sending anniversary gifts at home, celebrating their birthdays in office. There's no harm actually when you should either publish them on privacy notice that we are going to spread the knowledge of your birthday to the entire organization, or you should take a consent, and actually both of them should happen, right? So because not everyone wants to celebrate their birthdays and anniversaries with everyone in the organization, right? Redefine your data governance policy for HR with respect to privacy now. Relook at it, and if you need help, let me know. Define your retention policies, as I mentioned in one of the initial examples. Define the retention policy of the resumes of people who got rejected or people who got selected but did not join. What about people when they exit? For how long do you want to keep their data, including their Aadhaar card and PAN card? Maybe some people would say my industry needs it forever. No problems, anonymize it, archive it. But at least define a clear-cut policy of what you are doing and publish proper privacy notices for the external world to know how careful you are when you are handling your employees' personal data. Treat your employees as your internal customers as good as you take care of your customers' data. So that's about privacy by design in HR systems. I hope you liked the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.